Welcome to This War of Mine. If you haven't heard about this game, it is fantastic. And it is a survival game based in an isolated city in a war-torn country. A lot of Russian-esque feeling towards it, but basically you are a group of civilians trying to survive within this war-torn area, trying to get food, water, supplies, protect yourself from raids, arm yourselves with whatever you can find, that sort of thing. It is great fun, and I'm just going to jump right into it. Okay, day one. Let's see who we have. I've started with pretty much the same people, except for a couple times. There's a group of, I think, 8 to 10 survivors that you can have. Looks like we have a girl. I don't normally get girls. And of course we have Bruno, the cook. Let's see, this looks like it could be the same start that I just had. Yes, it is. Okay, so I have never actually played a game with these characters except for Bruno. So we have Arika, who sneaks quietly. We have Roman, who is trained in combat. And we have Bruno, who is a good cook. So, the way that this is going to work, starting now, is we're going to have everyone scavenge everything they can and basically get any supplies that we can find within the house. So I'll explain these to you if you haven't played this. Here we have parts, which are used in a lot of crafting and a lot of building of kind of like a moonshine still, crafting bench, metalworking benches, those kinds of things. Use parts. Then we have sugar, which is used in moonshine, water, which is used in moonshine and cooking, weapon parts, which is used in weapons, and electrical parts, which are used in high-end crafting. Let's see. Okay, we have a lockpick, which is pretty self-explanatory. We have components and wood, which are the two main ingredients to a lot of crafting. And then let's see what else we have. We're going to have Bruno open the door there. And now the first day really is getting everything you can out of your house and making as much as you can in your house. So let's see, more of the same, which is good. A lot of this stuff you can end up crafting, like. Oh, one sec. Okay, so up here we have herbs, which are used in herbal medications, which are used to treat sicknesses, and roll-up cigarettes, which are used to barter with, or Bruno is a smoker, so he'll actually use cigarettes. Let's see what else we can find in here. I'm going to have Roman clear this clutter, more of the same. Clutter piles are much easier to remove with a shovel, which you can craft in a metalworking bench. Let's see. Oh no, you go back there. couple of the things we want to do today are much of the same. Are make at least one bed so that people can actually sleep well, and make a either a rainwater collector or a moonshine still. Rainwater collector is basically self-explanatory. You get water from it. And a moonshine still, you use water and sugar and make it into moonshine, which can later down the road be made into pure alcohol, which is very good in trading, or just use it in trading anyways. Alcohol, food, and medications, and first aid supplies are very high in value to traders, as well as traders. Let's see if we can get anything else done while we're waiting, I suppose. We can see up here there's time at, I'm gonna get this wrong, at 10 p.m.
8 p.m.
8 p.m. At 8 p.m. the day ends and it goes into the nighttime, where you will see soon. Okay, so we have a broken pistol, which is good because later on down the road we can make that into a functioning pistol with an advanced workbench, metalworking bench, and jewelry, which is great for bartering, not much else.
Really try to rush food traps for the workbench.
Oh yeah. Let's see what else we can do. Really? Okay. Okay, so we have some more new items. We have medications, which are pretty self-explanatory. They help you if you're sick. Raw food, which is very, very highly sought after for traders, as well as it can be used in a... Well, we'll worry about traps later. It can be used to eat, of course, which will feed your people. And if you use it on the... What do you call it? On a crude stove... Yeah. Do you want this? No, that's fine. If you use it on a crude stove with Bruno, you can make it into more... To make it into food that you can actually eat. And then we have just bullets, which are magic, I guess, because they can be used in any weapon. More raw food, thankfully. Electrical parts are very good. They are rare, but you're going to need them, especially when it comes to end game. And then we have knife, which is a basic weapon, which can be used...
Is that a knife?
Yeah, a knife and a broken pistol.
That is really good for a start. Holy shit.
Yeah, so the knife is used basically when you're scavenging, which I'll get to when we get to nighttime.
It's the best stealth melee weapon.
Yes. Where am I going now? Okay, a lot of the scavengeable things are done at the moment. Okay, now we can make... What we're going to try doing as quick as we possibly can is... Oh, no. Is make an improved workshop, which I can make. Because we're going to want to make traps, which basically you can take raw food, one piece of raw food, one thing of canned food, or one piece of fertilizer, and you set the trap, and after a random amount of time, it will become, you can collect 2 raw food. So basically, it's a renewable source of raw food. which is very, very useful, especially if Bruno doesn't die, which really he shouldn't. And we're going to need 10 parts, it looks like. But that is something we're going to want to do. I'm going to make a crude stove. Well, no. Sorry. I'm going to make a bed first off so that someone can sleep tonight. And then I think if I have enough left over, I'm going to make a crude stove. Another thing, if you double tap anywhere, the character you have selected will run there. And ooh, dang it. I didn't get the bed finished, and I didn't get the crude stove finished, but that's alright. Someone's just going to have to sleep on the floor tonight. Now, if we look here, this backpack and the number, that is how many inventory spaces they are going to have when they go scavenging. So, really the only thing that we have to worry about is what their attribute is. So you see Arika sneaks quietly, so that could be very good if you're going up somewhere where there are actually other people. And you don't, like, if there are a lot of people. And Roman is trained in combat, so he is, I've actually never used him. I've never used him in combat, so I don't have first-hand experience, but what I have seen is he takes more to get knocked down, and he is more efficient, basically. So I always leave Bruno home because he really has no reason to leave. And then I'm just going to have Arika sleep and Roman scavenge. So now we're going to look here. You can see what the place has and a description of what's going on there. The abandoned cottage, the ruined villa, and the quiet house. Quiet house is kind of a... There's usually an elderly couple living there, and it's really, like, sad because you can, like, kill them and take all their stuff, and your people don't enjoy that. They all get really sad, and ooh. Maybe when I get more to it. Okay, so now we found shell casings, which can make more bullets, components, and parts. So our main focus right now are parts. Definitely, parts are probably okay. That's good. You see this red? That it's not going to happen anymore. But the red that was there, that shows noise, and it could be a person, but if it's low to the ground and it's moving kind of slowly and there aren't words above it, usually it's just a rat, so you don't have to worry about it as much. But now we're going to use something that I haven't actually used before. It's a technique where you gather as much as you can right off the bat, and then you bring it in loads over here to the front, and then just drop it all because it will persist. And then you come back at night, the next night, and take it. So okay, now we're just going to keep on going, seeing how much we can collect. And once it hits a certain time, I believe I'm going to keep getting it wrong, it's either 5 or 6 a.m., you can't, what do you call it? You have to get out of there quickly, or else it will be harder for your person to get back to your hideout, and they'll more than likely come back at least slightly wounded. which is never a good thing. Let's fill this bad boy up, and I actually need that. It is nice sometimes because you can sometimes start with characters who have bigger backpack sizes. Oh, here, new item. A couple new items. So we have a book, which is helps boost morale if you just have it at your house, as well as being a very good bartering item. And then we have coffee. Some characters are coffee drinkers, so they will want coffee. And or it can also, again, be a bartering item. Then we have roll-up cigarette, which is kind of a low-quality cigarette. And then we have fertilizer, which can either be used, again, in the trap, or can be used in an actual farm to make crops. Okay. So the things I'm going to try to bring back tonight are going to be food, as any food that I find, as well as if I have any more room, parts, and bartering items. Just because then if the trader comes, we'll have it, and it'll be a lot easier to get more stuff when if the trader does come tonight. And that is, oh my gosh, yeah, that is a great find. So we have 4 raw food, 2 vegetables, which if you have an improved stove can be used to improve food and basically just make your resources go farther. And then a crap ton of sugar and a crap ton of water. So that is going to be a lot of what we actually take tonight. So let's see if we can find anything else. Okay, this new thing, another new thing, gunpowder. With an advanced metalworking station, you can actually fill cartridges and make more bullets. But we are not worried about that at the moment. Oh my goodness. Okay. I'm gonna have to come back at least another night with a lockpick, because this door here is a locked door.
Also upstairs.
And yeah, they're upstairs as well. Let's see if we can find. And it would be a lot easier just to get this with a shovel. Let's see what we can find. A note that says, on the first day they robbed us. 2 days later they murdered our girls. I shot every one of them, but I don't want to use the gun anymore. It's broken and buried in the backyard. The next part looks shaky. If you're reading this, don't look for me. So that definitely could be a hint as to an actual gun. Hopefully. We'll check there later. But yeah, so we have 2 locked doors. We're going to need to get that get a lockpick to get that open. But right now, we're going to take all the stuff that we can back. Oh, it is. Sweet. So yeah, reading that note actually revealed this location to us where we find gun parts and a broken pistol. So that is very nice. Stop it. Come on. There we are. So after this should be the last pile. Actually, I think I left some downstairs. We're gonna have to make at least probably a crowbar actually, which has multiple uses but is just louder. And we're gonna have to come back here and open those 2 locked areas. But now that we know that everything else is explored and moved to the front, we don't have to worry about anything surprising us. Okay, so now what do we take back? This stack of food, some vegetables, some fertilizer, and we're going to take back this stack of parts. Parts are something that are great to have. We got a lot of wood. Oh my gosh. Electrical components. Take back a book to increase morale. And then we're going to get some water so that we can have it to cook with. And then we'll bring back some cigarettes for Bruno, who is a smoker. And that is what we are going to take tonight. Okay, so day 2, we are going to show you in the next episode. Thank you for watching, and see you next time.